Good morning, everybody. I just want to make a little quick update again. So I did end up going to the doctor, not last week, I think the week before, the Friday. I felt like completely just terrible. I was nauseous the whole time, stomach was sore, I was having diarrhea. And I went then, I said to him, look, I can't, the stuff is bad. I need some kind of resolution here because I'm suffering a lot. He still blatantly thinks that it's still gastritis, or some kind of GERD or something like that. I think it could be. All this, I don't think this is COVID related or long COVID related. I think this is a damage from the medication that I took because I took four different antibiotics in a month, in 1 month. And in that same month, he prescribed me the amitriptyline, the medication for my back. It was like a muscle relaxant, and then it was a anti-inflammatory pill, two different types of anti-inflammatory pills, and then some other pills for my headache and everything as well. So I was taking like four different pain pills and anti-inflammatory pills and cataflan as well, and then four different antibiotics. Three of them were orally ingested, and one was an injection, and that was all in 1 month. So I think that must have messed me up somewhere because after that is when the pain started in my stomach or my abdomen here, and everything like kind of started. So I think that might have just been, yeah, I don't know. I can't see that. I know that COVID has caused people to have like stomach issues and everything like that. Um, but I don't see how this would have all of a sudden happened so long after my COVID, having stomach issues. Because as far as I knew, that people had stomach issues as soon as they had COVID, and then it prolonged afterwards. All of my infections, I've never had stomach issues, and my first infection was now 3 years ago, and I've never really suffered anything until now, until all that medication. So I'm guessing that must be the problem. But anyways, the doctor did tell me that he wants to do a endoscopy with the camera down the throat to the stomach, but they can only do that in a month's time. So I would say next month, middle of next month, they can do it. So I'm gonna have to wait for that. I didn't really want to do it because I feel it's unnecessary. But now I kind of got to a point where like maybe it's best that I should go do it because I've been the heavy reflux that I've been having, and then the nausea uh, is not nice. The nausea is the worst. I'm feeling no like luckily today or the past week I would say I've been feeling better. But the week before that I was so sick. I would wake up feeling nauseous, and I would just be nauseous constantly the whole day until I go sleep. Even when I'm sleeping, I feel nauseous, and I wake up feeling nauseous again. It was horrible. I couldn't take it. That's why I went to the doctor actually. But my bowel movements and the nausea and everything like that seems to have gotten better. Even my reflux. But I have been taking Gaviscon, which tends to be helping. So I'm guessing it must be a reflux GERD issue or something if that is helping. The doctor prescribed me another PPI or something like that, another thing for my acid. Or I never took it. Never took the first one. Now he prescribes me another one. I'm not gonna take it again because this medications are just messing me up even worse. I'm not gonna take this stuff. He's like adamant that if I take it, it'll help the problem. I'm just like, how can I be having this problem for 5 months now since I've been taking this medication? If I wasn't on medication, it should have at least resolved by now naturally. But I've been like trying to slow down coffee, or actually cut out coffee for now, and because I'm a big coffee drinker, I just drink tea, rooibos tea, and just trying to eat like healthier stuff, or less fattier, less rich, sugar rich stuff, or something like that, or junk food, anyways. And it's been helping. So I'm hoping that by the time the endoscopy comes around, that'll be fixed. Still experiencing the pain. I'm not 100% sure where this pain is coming from or what this pain is, if it's got anything to do with this whole story. But I do feel that when the sharp pain comes, then I want to burp. So, yeah, I don't know. I've asked him as well if it is the pancreas, because my whole worry has been the pancreas all along. And he says he doesn't think at all, because if the ultrasound was clear, and now that he's tested my pancreas levels and everything like that, that's all fine. He done the blood test, what the amylase, lipase, and all of that. He says that's all fine. And he says basically everything in the blood's fine, iron levels are fine. He says he doesn't think it's anything to do with the pancreas. He says sounds like a stomach issue. And then I asked him, yeah, but could it be the antibiotics? Because before I asked him, could it be? And he says, no, it can't be that. But now I asked him, and I said, yeah, but could this be the antibiotics that done that? So he's like, yeah, maybe, because he said, yeah, sometimes it takes up to 3 years to recover for a course of antibiotics, and he says he doesn't like to prescribe antibiotics all the time, because it can do more harm than good. And I was like, yeah, but this then could be the problem. He says, yeah, he can't say for sure, but I just think he doesn't want to admit, that it is antibiotics, because he gave me so many. And if he admits it, then it's like kind of admitting that he messed me up. He's caused this problem. So I think he doesn't want to like admit liability. So he's like somewhat told me it could be, which I'm guessing it has to be. I've watched documentaries or stuff now online about antibiotics and stuff, and there's been problems where people's microbiome hasn't recovered. So I don't know if this is the issue or not. All of us in this situation's grabbing at straws, just trying to figure out what's going on. But further than that, so I got to wait for this endoscopy. But if I feel better by that time, I think I'm rather not going to do it. I don't know if I want to do it at all. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I'll see when it comes around. I just want to feel better. The nausea is the worst for me. That's all. I want that to go away. But luckily, I've been feeling all right. And then furthermore, we're testing my sugar. Sugar seems to be fine when I do test it. It seems to have come down a bit as well. Some more since the last blood test, so that's also good. I've been having my head pressure's been getting worse though. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with stress or the seasons or what's going on, but especially today, I felt extreme pressure, extreme pressure. But I think it's got something to do with my posture of my neck, because I felt like my head was gonna pop at a stage, like it was a balloon. I was actually like freaking out about it, and then I pressed the back of my neck, and I could feel there was like a pain there, and then it felt almost as if it relieved some of the pressure. And I feel a bit better now, but it's still like hectic. It's quite severe. So I don't know what to think about this head pressure story. Still been trying to figure that out, haven't figured that out. But luckily, some other stuff has resolved with the normal headaches that I was getting. Still haven't really gotten any headaches again, so I'm not sure what happened there. I also like when I explained in one of my videos that I was taking this vitamin C with vitamin D and everything, and I was taking separate vitamin D pills as well, because this is what I was told by a few people to do, and first doctors and then later on a few people as well. And I think that I was having a vitamin D overload, although I never saw in my blood test, never showed any vitamin D overload, but I don't think they tested it. But I saw in my blood test that my calcium was not high, but it was definitely elevated. On the blood test it shows high, but I think the range is like say from, let's just say example, from 2 to 3, and mine was like 3.5, or 3.2 or something. So it was like just over the range, and then it will automatically say it's high on the blood test, but the doctor still says within range. So I don't know if there was a vitamin D that done that, excessive vitamin D, and that might have pushed it up. And I think maybe that was causing my headaches, because as soon as I stopped the vitamin D and that vitamin C and vitamin D pill, and then the other vitamin D pill, my headaches basically went away. Then I got flu, and I took that vitamin D stuff again, and 3 days later I got splitting headaches again. Stopped it again, my headaches went away. So I don't know now if that was causing it. Yeah, but that's something to think about. There is vitamin D overload. I've actually never had my vitamin D levels tested. I think I should have had that tested. I can't remember now though. But I know my calcium was. And I think calcium can be high if your vitamin D levels is high as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I stand corrected on that. But yeah, that's the update that I have. It's supposed to be a quick one again, but I guess it can never be really a quick one. Oh, my lips still dry. I don't know how that's got to do with your stomach or your digestive thing, whatever. Um, yeah, it's almost as if I'm just dehydrated all the time. I'm not sure how all of this is interconnected. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know. I mean, some of the comments that I've got, the ideas that I've got for some people have helped me a lot because I've gone for those tests that have been recommended to me, or I've tried things that have been recommended. Some things work, some things don't. I found some things with some tests, I didn't find anything with some, but it all helps at the end of the day. This is why I want to share this experience so that somebody else watching this can see, okay, wait, they also have the same things as this, and this is what they were diagnosed with. Or they also don't know what's going on, and maybe they can just follow me and see, where I end up in my journey. Because, yeah, this has definitely been quite a long journey. I can't believe that I am still 3 years later after having COVID, that I'm just sitting with issues and I feel unwell, and a doctor can't tell me what is going on. I'm actually, I don't understand it. But yet, I see now that a lot of people are saying, or there's a lot of news articles and everything out there, but that long COVID does exist now, and they say it's like another problem or pandemic, like in the world now, that needs to be sorted, and scientists need to find out what's going on. But I find it strange that nobody has found anything yet, and that so many people are suffering with this in the world. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how I can feel very sick or very unwell and go into a doctor's room and have blood test scans and everything, and then everything comes back clear. I I don't understand how that can happen. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, thank you for listening. Peace. See you guys next time.